Hi, Ballet 8 students. So good to be with you online for your first ballet class in this format. We are going to have a barre class. So I'm going to take you through all 9 of the patterns and make sure that I give you the most important things to focus on to help continue your progression in achieving these new barre skills and patterns for the purpose of taking that training into the center floor. As far as the recital dance, your next video will have some of that in it. Of course, you have the class video, the last class we had at the studio. So you have that to at least practice the patterns up until that point. So anyway, let's get started with our plie pattern. But first, review our alignment. And that word is how we align or stack up all of our body parts and how each part is supposed to be held. So starting with our feet, we know that the 3 contacts of the foot, the triangle we make our big toe, little toe, heel. So it's the little toes. Those are our little buggers that roll up. So you want to make sure that you have that strong foundation of the feet where the big toe, little toe, and heel are holding you. Before we keep going up, you can see that I'm holding my weight forward on the balls of my feet, so we don't stand straight up, we stand like that, okay? Where we have this slight angle from our ankles because of the weight being held correctly, 75% on the balls of our feet. That theory of technique is called placement. So that's how we place our weight. Okay, and that gives us the proper balance front and back. Okay, so that's how we balance. Okay, now moving up, we know, I'm going to face this way now. We know that, of course, we're in the ballet turned out position. You want to think that the back of your thighs are in the front. So you have the spiral opening up of your turnout. Comes from the ball and socket. You engage the bands of muscles here to maintain that. Of course, it's vital to squeeze Louise back here to help hold those legs in the turned out position. Moving up, this is our very important core area. Hips are headlights. They're to be held firmly square. Okay, watch that. In order to assist in being able to do that, we have our squeezing here. We have that visual of a fish hook in our belly button that pulls those abdominal muscles up, and it never stops. Lifting, lifting, lifting without lifting these. Okay, so you've got the square hips, the fish hook, and squeezing Louise. Also, that tailbone. Okay, this is wrong, I'm exaggerating. Tailbone down we use the phrase click it and stick it. So you click that tailbone down facing the ground and you stick it there, okay? So all those pieces help to stabilize the core, which is so important for what's underneath our legs to be able to move as they should. Moving up, we have our ribs, which are packed in a beautiful piece of luggage. So they're down, in. In is a better word, in. Thus the luggage. Then we come to the chest. Of course, our shoulders are down. And I've used this visual a lot where you have your shoulders pressing down and those abdomen muscles pressing up, and it kind of locks that torso in place. All right. The shoulders are pressing down and gracefully open. No crunching, just gracefully open. So we're resting on top of our spine and then lifting the back of our neck. Our chin is gracefully poised, just raised a little bit. Okay, and our eyes are facing forward. Now, as you know, at times during our bar work, I have you look down at your feet, especially in second, to the side to make sure that your big toes are across from each other. That piece of our training, keeping the side even, is what continues to open up our turnout. Keeping that flexible and gaining flexibility, but never without the control that we're working on in our torso area. So again, I'm going to take you right through the bar patterns. I'm exceptionally sore today. I'm learning daily new lessons. Yesterday I taped 3 long ballet classes. I will never do that again in one day. So I'm going to do my best. I might just be marking some, did some stretching, so we'll see how it goes. Like I've told you all who come in and say, I'm so sore, and boy, do I understand that. In my opinion, the best way to fix that is a ballet bar class. So here we go with our plie pattern. I am going to review the counts real quick. And so as you can see, I'm facing you. So you're going to be mirroring me. Okay, you're going to set up just like I am with the chair over here, but you will be doing the right leg, and I'll be starting with my left leg. So we have for our plie, intro 1, 2, make sure you're just right when you go to hold on to your bar or counter or chair, however you're doing this. Intro 1, 2, tendu 3, hold on to your bar, and 4. You can do a little bit of adjusting right there to make sure your second is your good width. And of course, we're remembering, and there's a lot, all those body pieces, how they're to be held. So we have in second position, first position, 5th front and 5th back, the same pattern. So we have 2 demis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 counts for your Grande. 1, 2, 3 gets us to demi. He'll stay down in second, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 6 counts down and you're gone, only 4 counts up to do 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Finish your plie. How do we finish our plies? We stand in a perfectly held legs and torso, squeezing together our legs, lifting our quads and our hammies. Then we get to move again. Where was I? So this is the second demi plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, just 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we do the same timing in our fifth position, front, 5, 6. So let's just take and hang out, as I call it, in fifth position, demi, plie, and this is where those little bugger little toes misbehave. So make sure it is the back foot, typically. So just keep hanging out and make sure that that little toe is still on the floor and your back knee is, of course, pressing back over the middle toe of each foot. Okay. This right here, just hanging out in fifth position, is it's just a remarkable and very useful, purposeful exercise. And look, you just kind of hang out there. But what you're doing in that is you're obtaining that muscle memory of correct and necessary fifth position plie, demi plie. Okay, so let's just take and switch feet, and we're hanging out just in this demi plie. Okay, feeling that back foot correctly held and pressing that knee back. Okay, let's go with our plie pattern with music, which you all know well and are progressing very well with. We make that as loud as we can go. And 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. Remember resistance. Push. The air doesn't want you to do a plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze. Move over a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze. Resist. Stay tall in that back. 5, 6. Make sure bob is sticking out. Bob our big toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Other side. Keep that back tall and long. press the shoulders down to come up. Five, squeeze. Finish. And front. Sorry. 60. And squeeze. Squeeze. Dig deep with those heels for your Demi. And finish. Okay, good job. Switching. So now we have our tendu. Tendus are about lines. So a dancer's line. Where is that line? To the front, to the side, and to the back. So when extending our stretch point, tendu means stretch, we are drawing that straight line with our big toe as we point, and here is our front line that we're establishing for any time we do anything to the front. So we have two to the front, right in front of the hip, and two. When we point to the front, we lead with, I'm hearing everyone say heel, and when we bring it back, we lead back with, hearing everyone say, little toe. Okay, so to the side, we all know that our big toes should be across from each other. I talked about that at the beginning of the video. The first tendu to the side for this pattern, you go back to where you came from, to the front, and then second one to the back. And the side one, of course, is when our hip sometimes likes to do that. Remember, our hips are headlights. We've done it where we just keep our hand on our hip to make sure that that working hip stays down. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. To the back, we are right behind our shoulder. There's marker on our big toe still. We've got these alligator knees. Alligators can do that creepy thing with their eyes without moving their face. So we've got alligator eyes for knees. Your knee is facing the side based on your turnout. That knee has to remain facing the side. This is especially where that continuous lifting of abdominal muscles help give you enough space here to be able to keep the knee to the side. So you have straight back. Remember, everyone do this little PK thing. You are on the side of your big toe. Not here. We lose our turnout. So side of your big toe is where you would be holding that leg turned out. So you have 2 here. And then you have the completion of the encore, which is front, side, back, side. Side goes back, side goes front. So that first tendu to the side each time goes back to where it came from. Okay, so from there, squeeze, squeeze. We have our Vega Jack. First, 1, 2, 3, watch that hip, 4, 5, 6, plie, and then you repeat that, 6. Okay, familiar pattern. I want you to really think about those lines in each direction. Keeping those hips square. Those are your 2 main focuses. Okay. Can I give you one more? That fist underneath the point to keep it pretty. Okay, so you have this underneath your arch. Okay. Undo. And 1, close. 2, 3. You can look. Watch the big toe. Back. Back. Keep that hip. Back. Here we go. And 1, 2. Keep the hip down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Resistance. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Crossing the big toe. Leave it. And finish. Other side. Other side. Lift. Stretch through your toenails. And shoulders down. And stop. 2, 3, 4. Not too high. Pretty good side crunch 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Finish. And stretch. All right. So now we have our ronde de jambe and everything I spoke about as far as the tendu and our lines. Use it here. From first position, we have our first quarter block preparation. So now we get to train our arm in second. Remember, your dimple here is facing the front. So it's facing me. Your shoulder is down, your elbow is lifted. So you should feel right here. Holding that, shoulder down, elbow lifted. And we have that nice slant. Elbow lower than shoulder, wrist lower than elbow, and looking to the side, elbow in front of shoulder, wrist in front of your elbow. So that's just the classical way you hold your arm in ballet. Okay? So when you're at the bar, of course, when we're center, we're moving our arms. At the bar, it is stationary. So this is the time to practice holding your arm correctly in second position. So for the ronde de jambe pattern, we begin again with first quarter block preparation. And we have lead with the tail of front, 1, carry side 2, look down, hold 3, close, squeeze, repeat, 2, 3, 4. Then we do the 3 ronde de jambe, front, side, and where's that knee? That way, big toe side, and through 4, front. One of the most common mistakes for this is to not have a flat foot coming through, rolling, there's that misbehaving little toe again. So feel your toe down, little toe. 1 more, front, side, and back through first. Hold and hold. So it's a regular reality in each Cicchetti syllabus bar patterns where there are these holds here and there. So the student can fix and feel correctly how are they are to be holding their body parts. So there is that hold after your 3, then you reverse the whole thing. Back, side of the big toe. Now I've come up to each of you, I've grabbed the back of your heel pushed it around, there's that ball and socket, to make sure you're maintaining that turned out leg while moving. So that's 1, 2, heel, 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 rotated, hold 3, close 4, and 1, 2. How's that arm going? Hold 3, close 4. Then again, you do the 3. Easier to take that foot through first correctly from the front. Keep that fist underneath your arch. And hold and close. That finishes it off. Excuse me. Ronde. Lead with the heel. Side. Big toes across from each other. Grow taller. Taller. Hold. Here we go. 3 ronde. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and keep that fist. Front, side, and close, and roll, reverse. Side. Keep those shoulders right over your hips. Close. Side, heel, heel, heel. Give me your heel. And close. Watch that arm. Don't let it droop. Close. No weeping willows. And other side. Ready? Deep breath. Poise. Slowly rotate that heel without moving the hips. Side. And front. Keep that fist in your arch. And reverse. Squeeze. Hold. And side. Hold. The hips square, right across from each other. With your flip. Stretch. And finish strong. Okay. Good job. Okay, so now we have our frappe. Oh, the joy. All right. So frappes are to increase our strength when we're jumping. We are using those metatarsals, and also to help us stay stable in our torso when we're doing quicker stuff. Okay. Stop, meaning skills. So you have 1, 2, happens quick, 3, and 4. So let's just talk about the position of sur le coup, which is the French words for resting the, in this case, because there's different positions of sur le coup, resting your foot on your ankle bone and just letting the foot relax without touching the floor, okay? Knee aside, of course. So let's practice our little horseshoe. So same height to the back as to the front. The most common mistake, at least at first, is that, you know, it's easy to feel this position because you've got the ankle bone in the front, whereas to the back, not so much, the foot goes up. So you have to be careful of that. Now, when we circled around our leg kind of, our thigh with us just to practice that difference. So in frappe, remember your thighs to stay still. So let's just do the beat part. I want you to hold like I'm doing. And remember, we are just kind of hanging that knee from the thigh that's not moving. It's this. That's what you want to be doing with the bottom of your leg. So let's do that again. So from the side, your thigh is still and you're relaxing behind your knee. Okay, so let's take that on the other side. And we have our foot resting. So it's the foot like it is on the floor, just relaxing, okay? So the ankle has a little bit of tension in so that you're not just touching the floor. So again, you have an ankle bone where you're resting, and let's do our horseshoe first, around, so same height. Okay, and now let's do our hinge. Put your hand here. Make sure this hand is in front of your shoulder. And so it's just tucked snug back there. Happens so quick. That's why this exercise is so helpful because we're slowing down how that feels back there. Again, just obtaining that correct muscle memory. So for the pattern, it's quick to prepare. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you have 3 frappes. 1, back 2, front 3, hold 4. Our last was to the front, so now we do the 3 and back and front and back and hold and front and back and front. Those shoulders over your hips and hold and back and front and back and hold. Now we get to do that little hinge thing for a double. And our last one, we always start our double frappes to the front. So your front, hinge back, out, back, front, out. And I am absolutely fine with you keeping that hand on your thigh. As a group, our goal is still to maintain that stationary thigh throughout the whole pattern. You all are progressing well. But let's go ahead and do that for this video. And we're here, and just keep that hand right there throughout the whole thing. Make sure that your shoulders are maintained over your hips. Okay, here's our frappe pattern. Remember, comes quick. 1, 2, 3. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Make sure it's low to the back. And double front, back, back, front, back. 8 times. Make sure you hear a little stride. And hold it. And stop. Okay, another quick tip before we do the other side. So the word frappe means strike, and we've compared it to a clap and a spank. Okay, so let me put it on this side. Not a thud. Okay, so it hits before, and then comes right back. So, all right, other side. Ready? And 2, 3, hold, back, 2, 3, hold, front, back, to the front, front, back, front, back. Make sure it's hinging. And hold it, rotate, square, flips. Okay. So now we have our petit battement cervical. And that is where we prepare. Hold 1, 2, 3, take it out underneath the knee. Okay, so this is a doozy at first. Okay, so you have this angled foot. Okay, so you maintain that angled foot. The toes are behind the heel. Okay, so we've got our 5 toes on the floor and our ankle toes behind the heel. And we take it out and we maintain the angle. Okay, that's the challenging piece, taking it from the front to the back. Okay, so again, out and back and out and front. Foot maintains the angle the whole time. Okay, so you have, as your prep again, 1, 2, 3. There it is. We've got to establish it right there. 4, and we do 8 back front. Back and out and front and out and look at that foot. Make sure it makes up. We've talked about this. Some of us can feel our muscles more than others based on our flexibility or lack of being more flexible. So holding back here and squeezing under is vital. Whether you can feel it more or not, make sure that you feel pressing back here and squeezing under. Again, those bands here that help us maintain our turnout. I'm okay with you looking down here and there to see that foot. Ideally, and we've done this in class, we've all lined up the bar right here, and we look at our foot. We're close to the mirror. So if you have that ability, it would be very helpful. But if not, you just do it, not the music, just looking at that foot and making sure that it keeps that angle and being careful. You know, it's kind of awkward, automatically everybody wants to return, but that's okay. That you're keeping the hips square. Okay? All right, so here we go. With that, that's it for the pattern. It's 1, 2, 3, toes back, back and out and front and out and back and 8 times. Supporting leg maintains that turnout. Here we go. That's right. I'm gonna start that again. So, oops, I missed the Grande Ballet after the frappe, but I have that privilege to make a mistake. And I don't even know why it's not after that, since this is the same kind of skill. But anyway, we'll do the Grande Ballet after. This is the sur de coup de pied, number 6. 2, 3, 4, out, front, out, nice and slow. Front, out, back, out, front, out, back, out, front, and finish. All right. Other side. Here it comes. 2, 3, toe back, back, out, front, out, back, out, front, out, back, out, front, out, back, out. I think I just did that too slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and there we go. Now your teacher has her act together. Okay, let's start that again. So the timing is 1, 2, 3, 4, and back, and front, and 2, and front, and 3, up until 8. So you got some slower practice. I guess it was meant to be. So let's do it again. 2, 3, 4, back, front, back, front, back, front. 4, 5, hips, 6, 7, 8, and finish. Other side. 2, 3, 4. Toe back, big toe back. 4, 6, 7, 8, and just straight down. Okay. Okay. So now we'll do the Grande Ballet. I think I'm good. So it is pretty simple pattern. You have just 4 to the front, 4 to the side, and then you do the quick dégagé, and then 4 to the back. Okay. This is my bad injured left side, so I'll do my best. You are required to be 45 to 60, right below your hip is as high as you need to go. It is not about the height, except for you're expected to be 45 to 60, which you can all do. It's about the control that you maintain, which is what this particular training at your process, at your level to achieve that control. And not just this part of the body, but of course what your supporting leg is doing, making sure that pulling back on that supporting leg isn't happening, maintaining that forward placement of the weight. So we have our first port de bras preparation. And remember, we go through the tendu up and through the tendu back. So 4 times to the side. You close front first. 1, close front, and 2, close back, and 3, close front. So it's number 4 where you do that little dégagé. So 4 and a close. So when we do that this little dégagé, okay, so this is a dégagé, and this is a dégagé just with the heel, that when you turn from square to the front to square to the bar or the chair, you are squaring head, shoulders, ribs, hips. So it's a turn with a little dégagé with the whole body. So everything goes, and remember to the back. You're going to keep that weight forward. When we lift our leg, we take that ankle hinge and we let it go forward a bit to be able to lift and get higher because our spine is back there. So you have, watch this ankle. 1 and close, adjust. 2. I think you can see that's what is to happen, okay? So square everything, and hardest to keep a straight leg to the back. Again, feeling this back of the knee will help you maintain that beautiful straight leg. Those of you with hyperextended legs, I'm opposite, I'm both, where the knee pushes back a bit, go for it. So that's where you get to celebrate your hyperextended leg to the back, okay? All right, so let's take it on your right, and I'm mirroring you with my left leg. Let's take the pattern. And push down into the floor, up, and up, 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 to the side. 1, close front. 2, keep your shoulders over your hips. 3, here it comes. 4, and close. Up, 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 and finish. Other side. Push down to the floor to get that leg up. Fireworks up, glass slipper down. To the side. Close, front. Keep your hip down. Here we go. Up. Up. Chest up. Back knee straight. And finish. Aren't those fun? Okay. So we've got 3 more to go. So now we have our adage pattern. Adage means slow, controlled, and it is the développé. So on développé, it is first port de bras pattern of the arm. Of course, since with the bar, just with the one arm. So obviously, everybody knows what I'm going to say. Your retiré must be here before you take your développé to the front, to the side, and to the back. So, retiré is particular to the Cicchetti method of training. So now the word cha-ching, which I use in class anytime we come upon something particular and some would say peculiar to the Cicchetti method of training. Remember that classical ballet is classical ballet is classical ballet. There's different methods, or we use the word methodology of teaching, but 99.9% of classical ballet is similar in all the methods. There's just a very small amount of things that are different, and this would be one of them. So, Master Cicchetti, remember, like the element of surprise on the stage for his performers. So if you prepare to the side, the audience did not know whether or not you were going to do something to the front or something side to the back. At least that's how the story goes, and I believe it's pretty legit. So you have retiré. Let's just practice that piece a couple times. And for now, just take the arm to the side and close. And retiré from the back. Comes right in that little dent. That's why we've named that dent on both of our legs. Yes. Okay. Right there and down. Okay. So please practice those retirés a lot. Just going up and down. In fact, just holding the arm here and here. And every time you keep the hand here, sometimes you hit that side. Remember, you have développé front, you have the développé center pattern in your dance. Both sides, okay? So I strongly encourage you to do many just retirés and then take those développés as well, which center, of course, you're using both legs. So the pattern is 1, 2, 3. First you go to the front, 2, 2, 3, 3. Lower your leg, not your arm, then close leg and arm together. 4, 2, 3. Side, 1, 2, 3, 2. Just have to open your leg, 2, 2, 3. Lower, 3, 2, 3. Close it up, 1, 2, 3. To the back, 2, 2, 3. 3, we hold 3, 2, 3, close, 2, 3. Remember, this is a continuous lovely pattern. Then it's the plie, dégagé, arm, front, reach for the bar, and turn. That's détourné. And here, we're tight and release that front foot. Straight legs. And close, reverse. Up to the side. Open to the front. Hold lower. Close everything up. Up. Hip down. Open to the side. Hold lower. Close to the back. Up. Hit it. Open. Where's that knee? Behind the shoulder, your leg. Hold lower. Close. And 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. You can look at that hand. and lower. 2, 3. Okay, so get those retires where they belong. The V4. You take that développé. All right, here we go. There we go. 2, just 3. Up, 2, side. Hold, 2, 3. Close, 2, 3. Up, bend, open the bottom of the leg. Hold, 2, 3. Close, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3. Janice. Hold, lower, and close. And 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Show tight and finish with control. Up, open, hold, lower, and close. Up, 2, 3. Bottom of the leg opens. Hold, lower. Up, hold, close. Plie. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2. Neat and tight. And finish. Okay. That's our second doozy in this syllabus, but what a lovely pattern. Anyway, good job. Let's do our next pattern, which is the échappé releve. I'm going to put it this way. Okay. So, right foot. This échappé in ballet slippers, 3, 4 of you are 3 of you. 3 of you are point. Remember, your point échappé is more narrow, but this is right beyond the shoulders and changes and releve fifth. And then up, hold, here, down. So I'm going to put this right now so we can talk about it a little bit more. So your échappé releve, second, heels, give me your heels, the inside of your heels, and change feet. We know that fifth position releve, the balls of the feet take the place of the insteps. You should see the back heel back there. And now, this part is the pirouette position. We're going to end up, but the foot has to touch the leg straight up on their elevate. Then it ends here. Okay, so back foot snatches under. Hold. This is our Demi Releve and spring. And reverse that. Out and change. Fifth and down. Make contact with your leg. Slides up the leg. That pulls everything center. Because eventually you're going to be doing pirouettes, ballet pirouettes, and you will practice that. Getting everything pulled center by touching that leg. So where are we? Up, hold, fifth, spring. So remember, if you spring up, you spring down. Okay, so that means from here, both feet have to skim the floor back out versus just one foot and not springing. So, let's just do 2 before we do the pattern with music. Deep breath. And again, breathing instructions are pretty much to don't hold your breath. Just breathe naturally to get that oxygen back in the muscles, and it will help you get through the springing and the jumping, building the correct stamina with that natural breath. Okay, so we're at the bar, but we're not pulling, right? Make sure those hands are held correctly with just the back of the fingers. I'm gonna use these knobs. All right, right foot, and 1, change 2, fifth, 3, down 4, pirouette position 5, hold 6, hip down, demi point 7, spring 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, touch, hold 6, 7, 8. Okay, please touch that leg. This is new to this syllabus, and it's beginning to establish some very important muscle memory for the goal of glorious pirouettes. Okay, with music. Excuse me. Here we go. Up, yeah, touch, hold, spring. Up, yeah, touch, hold, spring. Up, hold, keep those hips down. And keep going. There's a lot. Up, hold, push yourself. So pushing yourself toward the end of a pattern like this builds stamina as well, obviously. Okay. So, one more. Now I'm going to bring this table out. It's our coupe and Barre. So I can slide across the table to do the whole pattern correctly. It's going to be a little bit weird using on carpet, but that's okay. So this one I'm going to do this way. Oh, this is definitely not high enough. That's okay. So you plie. Let me make sure. It's left lifting on. And you have brush, cut. There's that sur le cou, different sur le cou position, where the pinky is resting on the shin. Now we have to go back to fifth and reverse our coupe. So I'm leaning forward because the table is too low. So know that you're not supposed to lean forward. Okay, so we end that one with this sur-le-cou position. So both of these positions, you have Velcro, Velcro on your calf, Velcro on the inside of your heel, Velcro on your shin, and Velcro on the side of your pinky. So again, we have 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now we go back to fifth. 5, hold and knees to the ceiling. Big toes are across from each other. 5 and 6 and 7. Soutenu 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, and shoot this leg out, 6 and 7, 8. So this pattern being the last at the bar we have spent the least time on, I'm strongly encouraging you to just keep doing it the way I just showed you, okay? No music, no pressure, keeping at a specific speed, but getting through all of those fifths. Again, back to square one at the bar, plies. So those correct plies, no matter what you're doing, will help you. So here's my correct plie here. Will help you do the correct next piece for each skill. So practice that like I just did, but we'll end with doing it with the music. And 1 and 6, 7. Did I start right? Left foot down. And left back. Fifth brush. Fifth brush. Pull. And finish. Okay. We are done. Real quick, facing knee. Grande reverence, no music. So we step side and point, tippy toes, corner. Let's get fancy. Close. Reverse. Tall. Long back. And in honor of Mikhail Baryshnikov, B+. Thank you, girls. Miss you.